Hey people, what's up? Good morning from Dhaka. And it's about 3 a.m. in the city. Very, very quiet and very cold sort of morning, early morning. It's early morning. What I mean by early morning is night still. So it was the whole day, as you saw from my review, it was very windy, breezy day, and then it was followed by heavy rainfall. It was like thunderstorm and whatnot. It got flooded everywhere. So it was a very wet night sort of a way. Wet night sounds dirty, but yeah, never mind. It was sometimes that old self comes back and like anyway, never mind. I'm not trying to be naughty. I have some serious talk to do, but this, first of all, this is not going to be fragrance talk. So I do say caution. If you're looking for a fragrance review or fragrance talk, maybe you can skip the video. All right, it will help you because it may save your time. But then those people who actually, I have quite a number of subscribers who actually follow me. I used to do morning thoughts. I do often, and then I don't do it as much as I used to do back in the winter time because the timetable got a little bit messed up and I got a little bit busy. So before I start what I have to share with you, I want to show you something crazy. As you would remember, I did review this once. I uploaded this from the rooftop, then I was not happy with the content because I didn't cover everything. So I came back home and I uploaded another video which was more like complete review on this. So I do apologize. That video is still there, but I made it private. So those who commented, don't think I took down your comments. It's just the video was like not as per my satisfaction. So the crazy thing is I did spray afterwards after the review. I think it was around evening time. I think most probably around 7 p.m. or so. I sprayed this like 4 sprays to 5 sprays all over my hand, arms, here. The thing is, at the night time, I applied some on my clothes and my neck. That was Tres Bon up from our mouth. So that's there still. But this thing, it's still pretty visible. It's from 7 p.m. yesterday until 3 a.m. in the morning right now. It's still pretty much in the hand. So I guess miracles do happen. People say they don't get longevity and whatnot, even though this is a vintage version of Gucci Puram 2. But I guess this stuff lasts, all right, in the cooler weather more. So you never know if you get lucky, right? So let's come back to the discussion. Not really discussion, few things to share and ponder upon, things on life, more like I think about these things. And I tend to think I should do more than just fragrance talk. I'm not a fragrance reviewer per se, but then I talk about fragrances. But at times I like to talk about the side of life. So the first thing I want to talk about is this. I said this before and I'll say it. It's a constant reminder. You cannot be successful overnight. You cannot be successful or be rich, if that's what you call success. If you think making money is your success, or obtaining a degree or a certificate, none of it, any form, whatever, whatsoever, the form you're talking about, you cannot be successful overnight. This is real life realization for me. I started anything in my life. I couldn't, whenever I tried to get shortcut to be successful, it didn't work out for me, and I knew exactly where I messed up, especially my studies. I messed up my studies in university because I always played cricket. I was busy here and there. I didn't really pay attention. I did always last second work, thanks to Google. So I did my degree, master's, both in a, you can say I am guilty of that, but somehow God was like kind to me. My teachers liked me enough to let me pass. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, study part is not that important in life. Nope. Being a good human being is all that is important. Being successful I'll talk about this. So what I'm trying to say, let's say you are doing fragrance reviews and you have a channel. You can put a lot of work, hard work into it, but you can put a lot of charisma and whatnot. But the thing is, if you don't really believe in yourself, and if you don't know what you're doing, and you're just doing it like, I would say like a makeup sort of a thing, like you try to make yourself pretty, but at the same time you don't really have any love for fragrance. You just want some attention and you just want to be a YouTube reviewer, a face. Yeah, your flashy things for a time being, people may buy it. If you lie to people, you may be able to like trick them. You can say like a fragrance that doesn't last, you tell them like it lasts forever. So people will, maybe you'll be convinced by your charisma, but later on they'll see like it doesn't work, and in the long run you won't be able to make it big. So sometimes I see some shops in Bangladesh, they try to get rich overnight. They see like success coming, and then suddenly they increase the price like thousands. So what happens at that point is that people can tell, like you're no longer the same person, you don't have the same dignity anymore. And when they see you greedy, people don't like that. All right, so it covers a lot of aspect of life, not just one thing. I sometimes these days sound like very obvious, but I'm not trying to mean it like obvious way. So what I'm trying to say is, don't try to be successful overnight. You have to really put your hard work, number of years after years. I started a small business, and I did business before. It wasn't very very big business back in Malaysia, but I did have my fair share of good days, right? So yeah, to be successful, you have to believe, you have to be patient, you have to be willing to do that hard work, number of hours. Just keep working. Even if you have a simple setup like this, that I don't have much lighting, nothing, people tell me, dude, get a camera. I cannot afford a camera, I don't like cameras, I like my phone. So yeah, but see, I would say thank God, we say alhamdulillah, thank God that I have 2,000 plus subscribers now. I have a Facebook page now, I have a online selling Facebook group now, people, many friends, many new subscribers, followers. I say thank God, and look at my collection. Whatever I have, whatever I dreamed of so far, I got more or less everything, right? So dreams do come true, but you have to work for it. Next one is being a leader. All right, this video I'll try to keep it within 15 minutes, okay? So I may have so many points, but I'll just try to cover within 15 minutes whatever comes. All right, so being a leader is difficult. This is my second point. So when I used to play cricket, I used to lead everywhere. I just always took the lead, because what I really feel is, in society, most of people are not spineless or backless, but they're lazy. They want someone else to lead, do the hard work, not lead. They want you to do if you are the leader, let's say you're the leader, they expect you to do all the hard work, and they will come and just say, oh, that was a good venture, let's take the credit. So that was nice. So many people are that. So in cricket team, what I did, I'll give an example. All right, it will be obvious. I did all my management work, I did the coaching, I did get people's like transportation, whatnot, and I used to work with my sports manager, and I really, I really burned my petrol and whatnot. I did sacrifice, and then in the end, I did play those games, of my life all over Malaysia. I played all the elite leagues, and I got to play with the national players of Malaysia, who are my best friends. So these things, just because you're a leader, you took innovation, you're innovative, and when they tell you cannot do it, and you show them like, yeah, I will do it, you'll go against the whole wave, like the whole current, and then you just swim against the current, and then you show them like you can do it. If you're determined, you can do it. I have seen it happen, and I did happen. I got 100 over 100 in a maths question examination, which no one ever got 100 over 100, and I knew, if you really work hard, God helps you. So what I'm trying to say is, when you're the leader, one of my elder brother told me, he was the senior to me in my team. These guys would tell me like, bro, you should lead, you should be the leader, you should be the captain. I said, why don't you take the captaincy? You are my senior, you should be captain by right. He taught me one valuable lesson in my life. He told me, I don't want to be a leader, because the leader is always the asshole. And I'm using a bad word, curse word. This is the only way I can tell you. When you become a leader, everybody, what he means by it, everyone hates you, because everybody either envies you, they just hate you because you're not doing whatever everybody's asking you to do. You're not a people pleaser. When you're a leader, you just work your best ways possible to make a team or unit successful, not one person successful. So sometimes people's sort of like interests come in the way, and then it clashes with you. So he told me, I don't want to be the asshole in the team, I want to be the likable guy, and I don't have the guts to be the captain. So my brother's name is Haider, he's from Kashmir, Haider Bhai. He taught me this lifelong lesson. I always am thankful to him for teaching me this. So being a leader is not easy, but if you are a leader, go for it. Don't care about what people tell you. All right, then next one, alongside this point, I would like to add is, you cannot please everyone. This video may go long, I would apologize, because these points I really thought them through, right? You can never ever please everyone in the society or the community or in your friend circle, because people always have something to gain from you. Many people, not everyone loves you without no interest whatsoever. Most of people like you because they have something to gain from you. Either it's a fame, or it's something they can benefit from you or not. So always remember this one thing, don't try to please everyone. Always do what your heart tells you to do, even if it's something that you feel. In my long 35 years, I made huge number of friends, and I lost huge number of friends as well. And basically in the end I ended up not that many great friends. I had very few friends, but great friends. Same thing with my father. He always has this thing like he has to do the right thing. He's much more, of course, but I always feel that you have to do the right thing, and in the process you'll make a lot of enemies. Don't worry about that. As long as you do the right thing, in the end of the day you'll be all right, right? So don't try to please everyone. He says to be all right. You're in the end just gonna regret. The whole purpose of your life would be like it to be a failure, right? So don't try to please people. Do what your heart tells you to do. Next is tough times will come. Sometimes I do feel like these days, I'll just give an example, relative example. These days when I'm doing business, sometimes the times are so difficult. I hardly get any orders. Like I'm selling decan bottles. My people in the friends from different countries, some of you wanted to see what am I selling. I'm selling like a decan bottle, not very pretty but effective. It comes with a sprayer, and I'm selling the original fragrances from my collection. It's Al Haramain Lavender actually here for one of my brothers, and this 10 ml juice. So in the process, sometimes I don't get business. I get really out of cash, and it gets very frustrating, and I really think it's not gonna work. Then after, like at the extreme point when you're about to give up, then suddenly you get like a call or message like, hey bro, I need this. So never ever give up, never stop believing. It's like tough times won't last, tough people will. So I'm learning to deal with that, because in the end of the day, end of the 30 days, you see, maybe every day you're not doing successful things, ventures, but you'll be all right. Good times, bad times, it's a mixture. That's how life goes. All right. Next is never forget your roots. This is very important. Many people become rich overnight, or suddenly, they see money and they totally forget where they come from. They get so embarrassed with their friends and whatnot. They don't keep in touch with them. They don't even like belong. They don't go around, hang out with old friends. They have become like elite people. They are more into like, let's say, niche fragrances. So people who are wearing normal fragrances, like, hey, what are you wearing? It's a joke. So sometimes you don't mean to offend them, but when you have that attitude, like you forget your roots, you actually make a fool out of yourself. So never ever forget your roots, where you came from. If you come from a village, be very proud that you're representing the village. If you come from a country that, it's embarrassing to say, many people in the States, overseas, they're like, oh, no, we are not from Bangladesh. We are like, we're foreigners. We are like Americans. Yes, okay. You could be Australians, Americans. End of the day, you'll always be where your root is. So don't forget that. One day you'll know, like, it's not worth it. It's not worth calling yourself something that you're not. Yes, of course, when you represent a country, you're an American citizen, yeah, you say it. But don't forget your fellow people who actually also, you can look down on, like, shit, look at these people taking a shit, on the open field. Yeah, some people they do, but not everyone take a shit on the paddy field, do they? But yeah, these are things you learn firsthand in life. And also, don't get so arrogant and snobbish when you go overseas. Sometimes, overseas life is not as flashy as many people think. They maybe had like a car, very luxurious life in another country, but when they move there, like foreign country, they have to do their own dishes, cook, then do the shopping, part-time jobs. Then they learn firsthand, life is not that easy, and then they learn being humble. So I think this is very important, to be humble and stay close to your roots. All right. So next is you can never know everything. I'll go run down quickly. What I mean by you cannot know everything means always be humble. Once again, I mentioned, if you're a great person, you think a great person, you want to be a great person, never ever be arrogant, because no matter how much you know, in front of the whole universe, you are just not even a point. So you can know like Einstein, if you're like a Rabindranath Tagore or Shakespeare, if you're a great person, you innovated television, plane. It's just a small part of the knowledge. So when you think like you know better than others, you're better than others. Sometimes, yeah, it's good to know, good to have the pride that you're better than others in form of manners, dignity, honesty. Those are good. But if you think you're better than others, like you have money, you have a better car, and those other people are shit, that's no good. That's like childish. And one point of your life, you go and see, it's not worth it. Money, everything, not worth it. Being a good person, that's who people remember after your death, after your demise. All right. What else is next? I have a few other points. I just want to maybe end up with one other point. All right. Okay. Life is not always about winning. Sometimes let others win. You'll see the joy you get. Don't always try to beat others in being smart and whatnot, like try to show them, like belittle them. Hey, you don't know shit. Yeah, I got you. Embarrass them in front of people. And you're like, ha 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 ha. Those kind of people, very, very mature. Why? Because the successful, real successful people are the leaders who push the others to excellence. Not only themselves, they get into that point and they like belittle others. All right. So don't try to always think it's a race. Okay. It's not about whose thing is bigger, whose iPhone is bigger, whose phone is bigger, or who had a bigger perfume collection. It's not about that. It's always about the tiny little fact. All right. That is being a bigger man. That's where we're always gonna win. If someone hits you, if you don't have to, don't hit them back. All right. Okay. Oh, just one last thing. What the hell? That is okay. I'm trying to combine 2 points into one. All right. Okay. This is where I'm gonna put it aside. Last point. Last point is very important to find peace and happiness in your soul. No matter how much you work hard, how much busy you are, how successful you are, but if you don't have any relaxation and you're always scared, the time's running out, constantly working, you don't have any relaxation, you don't go anywhere, zen place, you don't give yourself time, you're always around people, busy, don't have, even if you're sleeping, you're tired, you're more tired after you're waking up, right? You heard these things before. You're gonna just die young. You're gonna have a heart attack, so much pressure, you're gonna have cholesterol blockade, you're gonna die. Yeah, you're gonna die someday anyway, but it's important that enjoy that gift of life. It's not always about money and then like security of your children and whatnot. It's not always about that. It's sometimes about you finding peace in yourself. You're not always, many of you, you're disturbed. I know. Many of you get angry over tiny things when you see like, fuck, this guy's like torturing this dog, these people are being like arrogant, they're racist, they're terrorists, and this. A lot of things excite you and then they get you annoyed. When you read news, you see it gets you frustrated. I am one of the victims. That's where I'm coming from. I'm not going to say other people or you. I am one of them. So I always try to think what's going to make me happy. All right. At this point, fragrances make me happy. So I stick to fragrances. They make me very, very happy. Very, very nice. All right. You have to find that place where you can go to forget, make everything else irrelevant, make everything mute. Pause it, pause the world, and go to your place. Happy place. Where you're going to just have like maybe by the beach you sit, hear the sound of the ocean, the waves, maybe some birds, some very lonely sort of a empty beach or resort where you go and plenty of air, just watch some puppies play, just watch the nature and shit, nothing complicated, just wear a t-shirt and shorts and flip-flops, just carry your fragrance bottle, don't forget that is very important, and then you enjoy the nature. You're gonna come back much more in peace. That's the very, very important thing to relax, so don't forget that. So yes, these are the things I want to talk about today, and I'm glad I took your time. Those who watched it. I know you guys love me and I love you back, and these are things I want to share with you. What do you think of these things, like the points that I mentioned? Do you feel the same way, or if you feel other ways, anything to add, do let me know. Take care guys. I'll see you soon for another fragrance review tomorrow. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh.